If I had to silence that brutal voice in my head from scratch, starting today, this is exactly what I would do to turn my biggest critic into my most powerful ally. And this method works so well, I'm going to show you the exact conversation I had with my inner critic that completely changed my relationship with self-doubt and why this voice was actually trying to protect me. We all know that voice. The one that whispers or straight up shouts, "You're not good enough," or "You're probably going to fail, so why even bother?" But what if I told you that that voice isn't your enemy? What if that relentless, nagging critic is actually your most loyal but deeply misguided protector? Most people spend their whole lives trying to silence this voice, but what if that's exactly the wrong approach? What if the secret isn't shutting it down, but having one honest conversation with it? Trust me, I know from personal experience that this inner voice is absolutely exhausting. It's like having this personal narrator who's obsessed with pointing out every mistake, every flaw, every worst case scenario that can possibly happen. And you know what I'm talking about. It's the voice that makes you hesitate before going for that dream job. The one that makes you physically cringe over something you said 3 years ago. The reason you feel like a complete fraud even when you're succeeding. Trust me, I know. This constant chatter doesn't just annoy you. It fuels your anxiety, drives a perfectionism that's never satisfied, and leaves you feeling like you're just not good enough. It literally steals your joy and makes even your biggest wins feel, well, empty. And here's what makes this worse. All the usual advice is garbage. You usually hear someone say, just ignore it. Fight back. Tell it to shut up. And my favorite, stay positive. And doing this is like trying to wrestle your own shadow. It's a part of you. So if fighting doesn't work, what does? That's where this one conversation changed everything for me. Here's what I discovered that completely flipped my relationship with that voice. My inner critic wasn't trying to destroy me. It was trying to protect me. Think of it like this anxious bodyguard who was hired when you were like 7 years old to keep you safe from pain, from failure, from embarrassment, rejection, all of it. Maybe it was the teacher who made you feel stupid in front of the class. Maybe it was a parent who seemed disappointed every time you weren't perfect. Or that group of kids who laughed when you just tried something new. So this part of you learned to criticize you first. It's like a preemptive strike. The logic is simple here. If I point out my flaws before anyone else does, I can fix them and I can stay safe. But here's the thing. That strategy is completely outdated. It was built for a past version of you, and now it's creating the exact anxiety it was supposed to prevent. But the goal isn't to fire this loyal bodyguard. The goal is to give it a new job description. And that starts with one honest conversation. And here we go. Step 1. Notice the voice without getting swept away by it. When that critical thought pops up, just acknowledge it. Oh, there's my critic again. And here's the key. Hear me out. Give your critic a name. Mine's called Mad Max. He's my perfectionist. This simple act reminds me that this voice is just one part of me and not the whole me. Step 2. Instead of accepting the criticism, get curious about it. Ask your critic, what are you trying to protect me from right now? Then actually listen for the answer. If your critic is screaming, don't speak up in that meeting, you'll sound like an idiot. The real fear underneath might be rejection from your colleagues. Now, when you understand the protective intention, everything shifts. Step 3 is gonna sound weird, but thank your inner critic. Literally say, thank you for trying to help me from rejection. I get that you're just trying to help. Now, you're not agreeing with the criticism, you're acknowledging the motive behind it. And this is incredibly disarming and calms the whole system down. Step 4, let's start a friendlier conversation. Challenge the critic's logic, but with kindness. Ask it, is this thought actually helpful? Or my favorite, what would I say to a friend in this exact situation? See, you'd never tell a friend that they're a complete failure after one mistake. You'd offer compassion, and perspective. So help rewrite the script. So for example, you always mess things up becomes, I made a mistake and that's okay. It's a chance to learn. Step 5, intentionally cultivate the voice you want to hear. Start keeping a daily log of wins or things you're generally proud of and grateful for. And this builds a counter narrative to the critic's negativity. This new compassionate voice will feel quiet at first, maybe even unnatural, but with practice, it gets stronger, creating a much kinder place within your head. That voice in your head doesn't have to be your enemy. It's just working with old information driven by this powerful desire to keep you and to keep me safe. By noticing it, understanding its real motive, thanking it, and gently reframing its message, and you can turn your harshest critic into your most compassionate friend. So here's what I want to know. What's the one thing that your critic tells you? Drop it in the comments and maybe share how you could reframe it using one of these steps. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. And if this helped you see your inner voice differently, hit that subscribe button for more ways to build better relationships with yourself, because the way you talk to yourself matters more than you think. See you until next time.